Atlanta continues to own the offensive glass here in the fourth quarter. Great ball.
You failed. Loser! I don't even play basketball and I would have made that shot. And even if I didn't make that shot, I did something funny. You know I did something funny. Caitlin was like, hey, let's hold this Cody hand point.
But just 35% from three after a couple years in the 40. Howard misses that.
Howard or Alicia Gray, I think Ryan Howard, airballs a shot to win the game late. It lands in AngelReese's lap, and collectively the whole world said, yeah, she ain't making that. Collectively the whole world said, oh, AngelReese has it? Oh, and it's a layup? Yeah, she's breaking that. And lo and behold, point blank range to win the game, we get a classic AngelReese pray-up. And
AngelReese had every chance to become the hero of the game, but instead she became the punchline. That's not an exaggeration. It's exactly what unfolded between the Indiana Fever and Atlanta Dream. By the final buzzer, Reese wasn't celebrating victory. She was left dealing with the fallout.
Clark laughing at AngelReese after she missed a wide-open layup for the win.
Quarter. Great board, just could not convert it.
Was pushed under the hoop just enough to not have a great angle to OT.
She stood beneath the rim with her hands on her head as CaitlinClark walked past, smiling after another statement victory. If you want to understand why this rivalry refuses to cool down, this game provides the blueprint. In just 95 minutes, it delivered enough drama, twists, and controversy to have even casual WNBA fans talking the next morning.
You had me laughing at you, girl. I told you, AngelReese is a pure bum, the worst kind. AngelReese is the type to steal the trash off your curb and try to see if she can go put it in her refrigerator. The girl can't make a layup to save her life. She missed like 7 layups in the first quarter. Meanwhile, me, the GOAT, CaitlinClark, I'm putting on shows every single night. 26 points, 9 assists. CaitlinClark and the Indiana Fever humiliate AngelReese. Or maybe AngelReese just humiliated herself. As the Indiana Fever go on to win 29 points, 9 assists. Am I looking like...
Let's begin when the game truly turned physical. Because this wasn't some heated confrontation between two players who already despise each other. It started with Reese getting beaten defensively. Midway through the first quarter, Clark pulled up from deep off the dribble with Reese tightly defending her. Despite the pressure and close contest, Clark calmly knocked down the shot, sending it clean through the net.
Because she was crap in this game. A bag of crap. She was awful. AngelReese was terrible. Speaking of terrible, AngelReese never beating the allegations. This was to open the game.
With Reese leaking out, finds her.
Lee Sheet. That was awful. Wow, that was awful. One more good time. Yeah. Yikes. Holy moly.
That's the kind of moment that can quietly frustrate a defender, even if nobody notices immediately. You play solid defense, maintain position, contest the shot, and the ball still drops. For a competitor like Reese, who takes pride in being physical and disruptive, watching Clark score despite that pressure has to sting, even if she never shows it.
Clark laughing at AngelReese for missing the game-winning layup. Helen Keller could have made the layup. It was the fucking second layup that she missed. She missed a wide open drive in the first quarter, and then she misses the game-winning layup. And then, of course, we have the halftime crew just glazing AngelReese, making it seem like she's a better player than Kelsey Mitchell, making it seem like she's a better player than CaitlinClark. And AngelReese with the total brick of a three-pointer. No wonder why they left her wide open, misses the layup. And look of disappointment on both her coach and teammates' face when she missed the game-winning layup. At least Angel was honest at halftime with Holly. I was a little bit impressed by that, where she was like, hey, I am playing like shit right now. I really gotta step it up. I will say she is good on defense. She's always good on defense. She's a rebound machine, but she shouldn't shoot the ball so much. This photo just like needs...
A few possessions later, Ryan Howard's shot went up and missed, sending both Reese and Clark scrambling underneath the basket for the loose ball. That's when Reese appeared to use more than a normal box out, extending her forearm toward Clark's neck to keep her away from the ball. It wasn't simply two players bumping into each other while competing for position. The contact looked intentional and forceful, making it the kind of play that could easily draw a foul in a physical battle. What made the moment even more noticeable was where it happened. The action unfolded directly in front of the officials, who were positioned inside the paint with a clear view. Under the bright arena lights and with multiple camera angles capturing the sequence, the contact immediately became one of the most talked about moments.
Howard misses that one, out of bounds, and it will be Indiana basketball. 4:10 to go in the first, and the Fever lead by 2.
Let's go to AngelReese, clocking CaitlinClark right in the throat hole.
With just 35.
Right here, you're going to watch. There she gets her in the neck, and there she gets her in the throat. Yeah. What are we doing? Neck, throat.
Clark immediately turned toward the officials with her arms raised, clearly expecting a whistle. From the available angle, the contact appeared obvious as she battled for the ball and took contact around the neck. Yet the officials allowed play to continue. There was no whistle, no stoppage, and no review. Reese appeared to avoid any immediate consequence and simply continued down the court. She didn't turn toward the officials or wait for a possible call. Instead, she quickly transitioned back on defense as though the play had been completely routine. The sequence quickly became another major talking point among fans watching the game.
Look at how she hit Caitlin in the neck. Look, watch it. First time, look, second time. Bro, like, what are we doing? And then the refs act like they didn't see it. Like, bro, the refs, you know.
The reaction online was immediate, and it was brutal toward Reese. Clips of the contact spread across social media within minutes, collecting hundreds of thousands of views before halftime. Even fans who normally avoid choosing sides in the Clark-Reese rivalry struggled to defend what they had just seen. One fan criticized Reese's rebounding style, arguing that she relies too heavily on grabbing and shoving when positioning doesn't work. Another pointed out that just minutes earlier, Clark had scored directly over Reese despite her best defensive contest. That timing made the shove look less like an ordinary hustle play and more like frustration spilling over during the moment. Of course, nobody outside Reese knows exactly what she intended. Contact happens frequently during intense basketball games, especially around the basket. But for many viewers, the sequence reinforced a familiar perception surrounding this matchup. Reese plays with tremendous physicality, aggression, and intensity, sometimes pushing the boundaries of what fans consider clean basketball. That perception quickly became the dominant conversation online.
I think Clark is ridiculous, man, and in my opinion, she's the MVP right now. I mean, this performance by her was just insane, and look at this three right away in AngelReese's face.
The switch on Reese will fire. Hey!
It's really obvious that these two do not.
Here's the thing about that kind of gamesmanship. It only matters if it actually changes the outcome. And on this night, it didn't work in Reese's favor. She struggled to find any offensive rhythm throughout the first half, missing several shots around the basket that she normally finishes. She started the game 0 for 6 and eventually finished just 5 for 16 from the field. It was a difficult shooting performance for a player known for her physical presence and ability to score around the rim. To her credit, Reese still impacted the game in other areas, collecting 14 rebounds and 6 assists, so she certainly wasn't invisible on the stat sheet. However, the physicality that had become such a major talking point wasn't translating into offensive production. Meanwhile, Clark appeared completely unfazed. She continued playing her game, making plays, attacking opportunities, and focusing on producing instead of getting distracted by the physical battle unfolding around her.
As break. She sucks from 3. Boom. Whoa. AngelReese on a layup. Can't score it. She stinks. Look at all these layups missed. The girl is awful. The girl is garbage. Here she comes. I'm going full court. Hey, boom. Get that out of here. She sucks. Here comes AngelReese coming down the lane again. Uh-oh, spinning and missing another layup. It's missing another layup. Here we go. She's looking for fouls. Here we go, down low. Uh-oh, I'm spinning. I'm missing another layup. The girl is horrible. The girl is terrible at the game. Here we come, coming down the lane. Here we go. I lost it out of bounds. Down low again, another layup opportunity, and she missed it. She's terrible. Here we go for 3. Clank. Here we go. Game on the line. Uh-oh, I can win it. Smoke the layup. Then Nas Hillman follows up and smokes the layup. I mean, you starting to rub off on the other people.
Fast forward to the fourth quarter, and the game had become a full-blown battle. Alicia Gray was having a career night for Atlanta, finishing with a career-high 32 points, while the Dream continued fighting back every time Indiana appeared ready to pull away. With the score tied at 81 and the clock winding down, Ryan Howard launched a three-point attempt that missed off the front rim. Reese battled for the rebound with Aaliyah Boston closely contesting her position. Somehow, Reese managed to pull down the offensive rebound through heavy traffic. This was her moment. It was exactly the type of physical play she had been trying to create throughout the night. After battling for position and securing the ball, Reese had an opportunity to deliver a huge play. All she needed to do was finish the possession cleanly.
5 seconds. Howard launches. Missed it badly. Reese the putback. Won't go. Hillman, no. And we have...
She couldn't finish it. With Boston tightly contesting her and barely any room to operate, Reese put up a putback attempt that fell short of the front rim with just 3 seconds remaining. The ball bounced loose again, and Naz Hillman desperately scrambled to keep the possession alive with another layup attempt. But Boston recovered and swatted that shot away as well. 2 opportunities at the rim, 2 chances to give Atlanta a potential game-winning moment, and neither was converted. After all the physical effort Reese had shown throughout the night to fight for position, this was the moment that mattered most. With the game hanging in the balance and the clock nearly expired, she simply couldn't finish.
Did y'all see that game? That was the greatest thing I've ever seen in my entire life. Oh, and it couldn't have happened to a nicer individual. AngelReese, probably the most despised person in the history of all sports, couldn't get a layup in. She tried the first time, couldn't get it. She tried the second time, couldn't get it. Even her teammates was like, come on, man. The third time at that point, the Indiana Fever just backed off. Just like, nah, come on, girl. I mean, we feel bad. Go ahead. She's like, I'm Jordan. No, I'm not. Meanwhile, motherfreaking CaitlinClark was laughing at her. She was like, the camera caught it. They even had to do a double take. She did the moonwalk. She was like, beat it.
And this was the moment that truly went viral across social media. Reese stood underneath the basket in visible disbelief while teammates gathered around her after the missed opportunity. Then the broadcast showed Clark walking back toward the Fever bench, smiling and even laughing as she reacted to the chaotic sequence. It may have simply been relief after an intense stretch of physical basketball, but the timing made the moment instantly memorable. And Indiana still had work to do because the game wasn't finished. Regulation ended in a tie, sending both teams into overtime. By then, players were exhausted, emotions were high, and every possession carried even more pressure.
Throws here for Ryan Howard is going to resuscitate this game for Atlanta, but Indiana will immediately challenge it. Let's see. Oh.
With about 10 seconds remaining in overtime and Indiana holding a narrow lead, officials called a foul on Clark, sending Ryan Howard to the free throw line for 3 attempts. Indiana immediately challenged the decision, and even the broadcast crew said they expected the call to be overturned after replay review. The contact appeared minimal, making it seem like the kind of decision that could easily be reversed. Instead, officials reviewed the play and upheld the foul. Howard then calmly stepped to the line and knocked down all 3 free throws, suddenly cutting Indiana's lead to just 2 points. For a moment, it looked like Atlanta had been given another opening to steal the game. After already missing 2 point-blank opportunities to win during regulation, the Dream suddenly had a chance to complete an improbable comeback in overtime.
Baby! Yeah! Yeah! I told y'all CaitlinClark was gonna put on a show versus AngelReese and show why she's the real MVP. Not no me-bounds, falling everywhere, missing layups everywhere. AngelReese, your palms were sweaty, knees weak, arms was heavy, was vomit on your jersey already. Mom spaghetti, you're nervous! You look like pure...
Atlanta had no choice but to foul immediately, hoping to stop the clock and extend the game. That foul landed on Clark, who stepped to the line with 9.8 seconds remaining and calmly knocked down both free throws, extending Indiana's lead to 4 at 95-91. Atlanta got one final possession to attempt something desperate, but the game was essentially slipping away. Earlier in overtime, officials had upheld a questionable foul call against Clark, briefly giving the Dream another opportunity to steal the victory. Nearly every break seemed capable of going against Indiana, yet Clark and the Fever still found a way to close things out. That may be the biggest takeaway from this rivalry. It wasn't simply Clark outperforming Reese on the stat sheet. With 26 points and 9 assists compared to Reese's difficult shooting night, Indiana had to survive physical play, controversial officiating, and Atlanta's late comeback attempts and still walked away with the victory.
An open layup on a fast break is by far one of the most embarrassing things you can do in the sport of basketball. Whether you're in elementary school, middle school, high school, college, professional, WNBA, NBA, it doesn't matter. It's just a terrible look regardless. And then missing a game-winning layup as a big, I'm sorry, you just can't defend some of these things. And I always have AngelReese's back, but we gotta do better. Yeah, she finished the game with 15 points, 14 boards, and 6 assists. That's an amazing game. But then you look at her splits, she shot 31% from the field. She shot 5 for 16 from the field.
There's a bigger picture beneath all the drama that shouldn't be overlooked. Both teams are fighting for playoff positioning, meaning every head-to-head matchup carries significance beyond the rivalry itself. Atlanta entered this game needing a win to close the gap in the standings and strengthen its position down the stretch. Instead, the Dream walked away after missing a crucial late opportunity, while Indiana continued its strong recent run. When you factor in the physical intensity these teams bring every time they meet, it becomes clear why this game felt far more important than a typical regular season matchup. Every possession, every mistake, and every late-game decision could ultimately matter when the playoff picture is decided.
Airballs it right into AngelReese's lap. And you know what everybody said? Collectively, ain't no fucking way. Ain't no fucking... Bricked it. Point blank, with a chance to win the game, bricks it. This is something we see from AngelReese every single game, Brick City. Earlier in the game, we saw AngelReese matched up against CaitlinClark on a screen. CaitlinClark sees AngelReese. Oh, this is easy. Step back. Hold up. Easy money.
For Reese, this loss hurts beyond the numbers. She had the exact opportunity every competitor dreams about. An offensive rebound in a tied game with only seconds remaining. It was the kind of moment that could have defined her in this rivalry. Instead of becoming the player who created the physical advantage and finished with a game-winning basket, Reese became the player who fought for position but couldn't convert when it mattered most. Clark, meanwhile, absorbed contact around the neck without receiving a whistle and continued playing. In a rivalry shaped by physicality, controversy, and constant attention since both entered the league, this game ultimately came down to execution at the rim. And when the biggest moment arrived, Reese simply couldn't finish the job.